hungover. Welcome back to So You're Interested In, the show where I break down an artist's discography in order to give you, the viewer, the best possible jumping off point in order to get into their catalog. In this edition, we'll be talking about the highly influential Midwest emo group Sunny Day Real Estate. Born from a jam session at the University of Washington, Sunny Day Real Estate would grow into an integral band in the Midwest emo movement. With undertones of grunge, indie rock, and post-hardcore, this outfit balanced heavy songwriting with polished production. Though their career was full of challenges between breakups and members leaving, they were still able to put together some remarkable records. Which is great, because all of their albums are worth checking out. But to help you break down their discography even more, I'll be suggesting 2 albums and 3 individual tracks that I think you should be listening to start your journey through Sunny Day Real Estate's music. Let's get started with the albums. The first Sunny Day Real Estate record to check out is their 1994 debut, Diary. Rooted deeply in noisy instrumentation, raw emotion, and aching vocals, Diary would set Sunny Day Real Estate down a path of reimagining the emo genre. Opening up the album, 7 instantly shows off the potent and spirited tone of the instrumental. Even though it drowns in anxiety, especially during the softer vocal sections, there is also an explosive edge to it that changes the outlook and vibe of the track. Immediately following 7, there is In Circles. Clearly the radio hit, In Circles is all about the downward spiral of a relationship that seems to be going nowhere. It is an archetypal emo track, especially with the straining vocals in the chorus that would serve as the inspiration for many bands to come. Last but not least, 48 is a much more subdued song. In many ways, the beginning of 48 is the direction that we would see Sunny Day Real Estate take with their sound between the softer vocal mixing and easygoing instrumental. Of course, this would not last the whole song, as the instrumental begins to gain traction into an uproar while lead singer Jeremy Enigk would reach some of his loudest vocals on the album. Diary is highly influential for so many bands that you probably already love, thus making it a required listen when you're trying to get into Sunny Day Real Estate. The next album from Sunny Day Real Estate that you simply must hear is How It Feels to Be Something On, their 1998 release. With a much more polished and grandiose production style, this album feels like it wouldn't have even been conceived by the same band who made Diary. But that is not a bad thing at all. Instead, How It Feels to Be Something On is pure emo bliss. On the opening track Pillars, the smooth brooding bass and clanging guitar plucks add an air of anxiety and apprehension. Enig's vocals on the chorus swell into the ether, teetering between dismal and concerning while all wrapped up in a nonchalant swagger. Every Shining Time You Arrive is, well, frankly put, a radio hit that never seemed to make any waves in the charts. The lyrics and vocals are thoughtful, emotional, and beautiful, while the instrumental is truly sincere. Then there is my personal favorite track, Guitar in Video Games. A song all about rejecting the norms of society, Guitar in Video Games still finds a way to sound like an epic alt-rock radio hit. The entire performance is invigorating, fully embracing this idea of quote-unquote emo music, as this track is the definition of pure emotion. How It Feels to Be Something On is not what you might expect after hearing Diary, but this record is more than worth your time, especially if you plan on diving even deeper into their catalog. Now to switch things up and kick it to the tracks. The first track to check out is Red Elephant off of Sunny Day Real Estate's sophomore effort, LP2. An extension of the vocal stylings found on Diary, Enig's singing reaches straining screams while still hiding behind the instrumental. In typical Enigk fashion, every third or fourth word is nearly impossible to make out, but you can still feel the sentiment regardless if it's gibberish or not. Red Elephant is basically emo on the periodic table of genres, and is also a fantastic way to be introduced to the sheer power of a Sunny Day Real Estate song. The next song to listen to has to be Faces in Disguise from their 2000 LP, The Rising Tide. Immediately, you are overwhelmed with tense feelings. The vocals are as light as a feather in terms of the mixing, but the lyrics still pack an enormous punch. This is the epitome of a band finding their groove while still pushing forward with a new and innovative sound. Everything just seems to be thrusted into the extraordinary. Simply put, Faces in Disguise is a quintessential track in such a legendary catalog. One last track that I would like to recommend is the live version of Days Were Golden off of their 1999 release, Live. Whenever I get a chance to, I like to toss in a live version of a song into the track section to help give you a different perspective of the band that I'm talking about. And in this case, Days Were Golden is such a perfect example of why I do this. The song is delicate and elegant even in its strongest sections. Even outside of a studio setting, Sunny Day Real Estate is as poignant as ever, especially when it comes to Enig's jaw-dropping dynamics in his vocal range. The end of the song devolves into a lovely little jam session, only adding to the rich emotion that Days Were Golden has to offer. Be sure to check this one out. out. And that will conclude my video on Sunny Day Real Estate. Be sure to go check out all the albums and tracks that I have suggested, as they are all linked in the description box below. And while you're down there, you can head down to the comments section and let me know if I hit on some of your favorite albums or tracks by Sunny Day Real Estate, or if you've never heard this band at all and my suggestions helped lead you down a path to get into them. Whatever it is, I love interacting with anybody who watches my videos, so please comment away. You can also suggest artists that you would like to see covered on this show, as I do take all of your recommendations seriously. Aside from all of that, be sure to subscribe for videos just like this every single week, and be sure to check out the podcast that I host, Forever Spinning Radio, which is basically an hour-long radio block that I put together every couple of weeks. Make sure to help out your local artist or local record store to help keep the music community alive. And with all of that being said, until next time, happy listening.